In honor of National Hispanic Heritage Month, which you may know runs annually from September 15th through October 15th, I thought this was a great opportunity to honor our own Marilyn Nevy Cruz, our first Hispanic Woman Club president, by highlighting another Latina who was a first and also shares Maryland's California roots. So I hope she will find this interesting as well. Born in Los Angeles in 1958, astronaut Dr. Ellen Ochoa is probably the best known Hispanic inventor and innovator, yet many of you may not recognize her name. More than 25 years ago, only a couple years after her first 2 space flights, I enjoyed meeting Dr. Ochoa when she came to speak at the Smithsonian's Lemelson Center where I worked, talking about her inventive career with middle school students. That was in 1996. And the Discovery space shuttle that she flew on multiple times is also on display at the Smithsonian's Edgar Hazy Center out at Dulles. And if you've never been there, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not an air and space aficionado, it is an amazing, amazing place. So Ochoa earned a Bachelor of Science degree in physics at San Diego State University, where it just happens my dad, Ray Smith, was a professor of history. And she received both a master's degree and doctorate in electrical engineering at Stanford. With her PhD in hand, she became a researcher at Sandia National Labs and then came to NASA's Ames Research Center, where she was investigating optical systems for performing information processing. Among her other professional activities, I was interested in the fact that she is actually the co-inventor on 3 optics-related patents. But more famously, she was the first Hispanic woman astronaut. Selected by NASA in 1990, she officially joined the astronaut corps in 91, and over 4 space flights, she logged almost 1,000 hours in space. Her first space flight was as a mission specialist on the shuttle Discovery, which you can go visit. It was a 9-day mission during which the crew conducted atmospheric and solar studies to better understand the effect of solar activity on the Earth's climate and environment. Dr. Ochoa also used the remote manipulator system robotic arm to deploy and capture the Spartan satellite, which studied the solar corona. For her second trip, she served as the payload commander on the Atlas III mission in 1994. And there again, we're studying the effect of the sun on the Earth. And then she came on her third flight, again on shuttle Discovery, on a 10-day mission during which the crew performed the very first docking to the International Space Station. We take that for granted, but this was a big moment. She coordinated the transfer of 4 tons of logistics and supplies in preparation for the arrival of the first crew that came to live on the International Space Station. Her final space flight in 2002 was as a mission specialist and flight engineer on the 13th space shuttle mission to visit the International Space Station. And here in the PowerPoint slide I have, you can see a picture of her inside both the shuttle and then in the International Space Station, from which she would maneuver with spacewalkers. But in 2012, notably, Dr. Ochoa became the first Hispanic and second woman to become the director of NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. Prior to that, she had served there as the deputy center director and director of flight crew operations. As she says on her website, quote, she guided more than 10,000 civil servants and contractors in NASA Johnson Space Center to adopt a lean, agile, adaptive to change approach to advancing human space exploration, while also launching initiatives designed to expand diversity and inclusion, unquote. She retired from NASA in 2018 after a 30-year career, and today she enjoys public speaking about topics including the importance of minorities in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, women in leadership positions, innovative change management, and of course, human space exploration. So not only has she won numerous awards for her pioneering career, including being elected as a member of the National Academy of Engineering and being inducted into both the California Hall of Fame, maybe we'll see Maryland there someday, and the US Astronaut Hall of Fame. But she also has 6 schools named after her in 4 states, which, think about that. How many inventors can claim that other than maybe Edison? So I will end with a quote from Dr. Ochoa that I think harkens to our Rotary motto of service above self. She said, "To me, it wasn't just about being in space. It was about being part of a team. It was about what we have as a goal to accomplish, about scientific discovery, about learning what humans can do in space, and about bringing value to our country." There we go. Thank you so much.